Childcare has long been a challenge. It's costly for parents, and daycare centers can barely stay afloat sometimes. The pandemic has now turned this problem into a crisis.
And now the governor, with help from the feds, has made some emergency money available to help temporarily. In tonight's Where's the Money report, WCNC Charlotte's Michelle Bowden shows us how dollars and cents are the cornerstone of this childcare crisis.
They call childcare workers the workforce behind the workforce because without daycare, many parents simply wouldn't be able to go to work. But now the whole system is in full-on crisis mode. Katie McCarthy remembers finding out she was pregnant with her first child.
I had several friends in the area that said the first thing that I needed to do before anything was to get on a wait list for daycare.
She says the wait list was 18 to 24 months, and that was 7 years ago. Since then, the challenges of childcare have only gotten worse.
It's already a fragile economic equation, but the pandemic has made more fragile that economic equation.
Janet Zingerman is the president of Childcare Resources, Inc.
So if you had to sort of sum up the status of childcare in North Carolina, what would you say?
Challenged.
She says childcare is too expensive for parents and a bad business proposition for the people running daycares. And the pandemic took a bad situation and made it a crisis. It costs $14,000 a year to send an infant to daycare in Mecklenburg County. Add up the 5 years before kindergarten, and it costs more to send a child to daycare than to UNC Chapel Hill. Then there's the staffing issues. Childcare workers make just $10 an hour and rarely get benefits like insurance, so they're hard to retain. Add in the pandemic, and there's now a full-fledged financial crisis in childcare.
Actually, revenue plummeted because families pulled their children out of childcare because of either public health concern or employment-related concerns, unemployment and or remote employment. So revenue for childcare plummeted.
At Calvary Church's daycare, staffing shortages forced them to abruptly close several classrooms, sending parents scrambling.
It's just a testament to how tough it really is out there.
The federal government is working on some emergency aid as part of the infrastructure bill and gave the state money to give to childcare centers in the meantime. That $800 million in what's called Stabilization Grants is meant to help pay staff and operating costs.
Really, the pandemic laid bare the fragile and inadequate base of financing that has always been true for childcare.
Childcare centers have until this Sunday to apply for those grants. Reporting in Charlotte, Michelle Bowden, WCNC Charlotte.
All private, licensed early care and learning programs can apply for the grants, including for-profit and not-for-profit family child care homes and faith-based centers. For all the details, visit WCNC.com/money.